the making of. It's behind the scenes podcast series from Girl Code Media, where we walk you through the full creative process of the projects we produced, from conception to completion. I'm Annette.
Hey, and this episode, two deuce, is part of our three-part series that dives into the making of the Vera Doyle commercial. And today we're sharing everything that went down in production day. Principal. From camera setups to working with our crew, capturing the magic in one day shoot. I'm Naomi.
So that day it was fast,
Mm,
it was fun, full of
furious.
lessons, a lot of pivots. And we're excited to let you in on what it really looks like
Yeah.
to be on set. But before we get started, you know the deal. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to the Girl Code Media channel.
Mhm.
Helps us grow and reach more creatives and build community.
All right. So let me jump in with a quick recap
Mhm.
of episode one. We talked about our creative collaboration with the Lori Thompson, owner and proprietor of Vera Doyle. We talked building a mood board script, talking about tone and the aesthetics of what we wanted the commercial to look
Storyboarding.
like.
Yep.
Yes, storyboarding, and then it was locking in crew and getting schedules and getting everybody on board for our one day shoot. So let's dive into
The realness,
production
right?
day. The
The
reality. The
reality.
reality. Yes.
So,
Yes.
like the location and how it was styled to reflect the brand. So, from episode one, definitely go back and listen to episode one.
Yeah.
Vera Doyle is would you call it, Nate, a home
It's everything. It's a curated shop,
curated shop.
right? With
That's the
home
word.
decor, accessories, apparel, um, and so much more. And
Yeah,
so much more. Yeah.
right. And so we didn't really need to style too much.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
when we got there, we had the location, it's her shop. The only thing was the outside of the location. We had just had a snowstorm, so it was still snow on the ground, and we didn't want that to be seen,
Hmm.
because we wanted to give an air of warm weather.
Yeah, this we definitely wanted to. We wanted to make sure that this is a commercial that can be played
Yeah.
regardless of what the season
Regardless
is.
of what season, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so on that day, people were running late, and they were doing construction next door.
Yep.
And so the construction guys parked their Philly graffiti filled truck
Right in front of the
right
set.
in front. So
Yes.
not only was the crew late because 76, and we just gonna say
Yeah.
76,
Traffic. 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 I mean, when you
because
have a morning shoot like that,
yeah,
it's something that is just you just got to go with the flow.
you
You have to go
and
with the flow.
yeah, and that's why I'm really glad that we had an early morning.
Yes.
So yeah, it was 7:30 and people didn't arrive till like 8:30, but that was
Hmm.
right on time.
Yes. It
um
absolutely was.
and then talking to the guys, the construction guys, they were really cool to us, and they were
Hmm.
like, "Oh yeah, sis, whatever you need." So
It
shout
was
out
so
to those
Philly.
brothers. I don't know where they at,
It was
but
so Philly.
yeah,
Yeah, because we wanted the drone shots. We wanted to get the
yeah.
drone shots, and we were like, "Bruh, as artistic as that van is, we can't have it in front of the shop. We absolutely can't have it in front of the shop."
Yeah,
And they were very chill. They were like, "Yeah, we got
yeah.
you." So that worked out great.
And so I think that that was really it. And then going
Yeah.
inside, and really just moving things to the front,
Hmm.
things look fuller, making,
Yes.
trying to remove like pricing and stuff like that,
Yeah.
tester. Those were the only
Yeah.
thing that,
Yeah.
we really had to think about. And also placement in the wide shot, right?
Hmm.
What
Hmm.
did we want all the way in the back? So we wanted a bag that had Philly on there. So when you came in to that open wide shot,
Hmm. Hmm.
um, you saw Philly right off the bat,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
And
something.
you were very strategic about placement of certain things
Yeah.
because you definitely had the vision of what you wanted to capture. And it's always great to watch you direct
Oh,
because I don't think of that stuff at all. Like to me, I'm like, yeah, the store looks great. We're good. We don't really need to do anything. And you're like, no, there's some things we need to move because you knew in your mind, even outside of the storyboard, you definitely still had a vision. And so when you were just like, no, we're going to move those Philly bags up front because I want to this is a Philly store,
yeah.
this is Philly, we want to represent. And I really enjoy watching you create
No,
in
thank you.
that way.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
You know. You be knowing. All right, let's jump into working with the crew, our
Uh,
peeps.
I think I mean, from our associate, so director, producer, associate producer Jackson,
Hmm.
always on there, right? Always on his game.
Yeah.
The runner, uh, pinching in to help with lights or helping
Hmm.
um our cinematographer, our DP, who is
Yeah.
Nick Krause, with whatever he needed because this was a really
Yeah.
small crew, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, between the four of us, we had that handled,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? We had that handled. The lighting, perfect. Um, Camera setups, we used one camera.
Hmm.
Um, we used a gimbal. We used static. Um, yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
and I think like I said in episode one, it really worked to have a small crew because the space isn't big.
yeah,
So we're able to move around and get the shots and with the talent
yeah, yeah,
doing what we needed to do. Just like we worked so cohesively, and Lori was right there, just like, hey, if there's anything I can do to
yeah,
help you guys out. She was the fifth crew member.
yeah. Right
She was
on, right
there. She
on.
was there. And it was
Because
it was a fun shoot.
it
It
was.
really
I
was
mean, it was
fun.
so much fun. Because it was small, but
Hmm.
and getting those shots right.
Yeah.
Because of the tight space, so it
Hmm.
allowed us to be more creative.
Yeah.
Utilizing the window, allowed us to be more creative. Our drone
Hmm.
operator, Kenny
Woo.
Wooten, whoop, 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 whoop. So he was amazing. Um, yeah, there are just so many, it's like the highlights of so many different um key people in this small
Hmm.
crew, but also talent. Marcy, uh,
Yes.
the actress, we worked with her in stages. She came out, and also Naomi,
Yes.
part-time
Because
thespian.
let me tell you something. Because at first I was just like, oh, but what if when we want like, I know we're acting, but it would be great if we had like true customers. And then I was like, wait, I am a true customer
Yup,
because I'm in that shop like every 4 weeks.
yup, you really are. Because
I'm in
yesterday
there
you
just
even
like,
said
hey
I
girl,
gotta
let's
go.
gotta go see Lori. Let me go. So yeah, yeah. It worked out the way it was supposed to. We got all the shots.
Yeah,
We really, really um we fulfilled what we wanted to do on our production day. So yeah.
yeah. I agree. I agree. It's really, especially as director,
Hmm.
it's kind of stressful because you're just like, did we get that shot? Oh, did I do another take?
Yeah.
But it's especially when it was because you know, we had three customers, and we used you guys walking in, looking
Hmm.
kind of be like, oh my God. And then
Yeah.
the interaction between you and Lori when you got all these amazing treasures, not to give too
Hmm.
much away. Um, and just making sure that we got the right shots. It's always tense and stressful.
Yeah, and also not everything is captured in that storyboard, right? Because
Correct.
you just there it's the story, but when you are there, when you are on set and you are um take get like figuring out what shots, it's not even figuring out what shots, it's what other shots.
Yeah.
Since I'm in the space now,
Yeah.
what other shots? And let me tell you something. You leave Nick Krause to his, with him and his camera in a space, brother gonna get you them shots. He's gonna get you
Don't
all the
don't
shots.
tell Nick what else could we get? Don't even say it out
Oh
loud.
my gosh. He's like, I got you.
And then you're just like, bruh, we hungry. Let's go to lunch.
I love it. I love his love for what he does
Yeah.
because it comes through.
Yeah, it really
His
does.
vision is his insight in how to capture things over the shoulder. No, let's just do the hands.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you two work so well together because you understand each other,
Yeah.
and you could
Yeah.
just say, you know what, let me just get, I still remember the putting the lotion on the hands and working it in there and getting that close up so you can see how juicy your hands look.
Yep. Yep.
Like, oh my God.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's fascinating for me to just sit back and watch you guys work.
Yeah, and unfortunately, all the footage that we got didn't go into the commercial because it's only 30
30
seconds. But
seconds.
it was great. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, yeah, you're always going to have more shots than what you
Hmm.
need,
Hmm.
which is what you want anyway, right?
Yeah. So, I
Okay.
mean, you're on that. So let's talk like talent, right? And
Hmm.
capturing
Yes.
those.
What was it like directing me, Annette?
It's always difficult directing your friends and your partners because they don't see you as the director per se. They see you as that girl that they've known since they were like 15, right?
Girl, what you want
Um,
me to do? You want me to walk this way?
yeah,
No.
right.
But I, thankfully, the Tarian that I am, I can take direction. You're just like, no, no, no. I need you to do this, and I'm like, okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
no, I
And and
mean, yeah,
and ego. Let me tell you, ego can like come in
yeah,
and be like, well, no, I think I should do it this way. And then like in my head, I'd be like, well, no, I think I should do it this way. And then I go, Naomi, you don't even like just do what the girl wants. Because she is the director. And I have full respect for your role as the director. Because I just kind of, not to go off tangent or on a tangent, but there were times during stages where
oh,
I knew
oh,
that you felt like they were five directors.
oh my God. I was looking for a window so I could jump out it, okay? And just be like, okay, somebody else take over because obviously no one's
No,
listening.
but
Okay.
no, but yeah, that was the time. But even like when we were doing the drone shots, we were getting drone shots of me and Marcy walking in, right? And using technology to have you're inside the shop and you're saying, okay, we need you guys to come in. So using technology to for me to be like, oh, okay, she wants us to start walking now. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Or across the street yelling, okay, and action.
Action.
Okay, walk. Now you see this beautiful store. Oh, here it is. I need expression.
Yeah,
Expression.
you're doing all that from across the street as cars are going back. Oh my God.
That was great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We get it done. That's all I can say is
yeah,
we get it done. We capture the shots, you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so it's like we captured the shots, store
Hmm.
ambiance. Lori had that down packed. Like
Yeah,
we just went in and filmed it. Um,
yeah.
we did move some things around in the middle because there are certain
Yeah.
things that we wanted to showcase.
Yes.
But we really wanted to pay attention to her brand signature style and her products, right?
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
Vera Doyle collection.
Yeah.
But in all of that to say, like I do believe that one of our goals was to make the store feel like a character in and of itself,
And
right?
it is.
Elevated and
Yeah.
welcoming. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that opening after the drone comes in, that shot,
Mm.
and then we go into the wide of the
Ooh,
store.
ciao.
Oh my God.
I wish you could put scents in video.
Oh, yeah, it would have been like vanilla with like a hint of like musk.
Cardamom.
Oh my, that's it. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, I
Yes.
wish we could capture that on screen because that is to me the essence of that store. It's all of your scents are activated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what are our takeaways from production? I would say expect the unexpected, okay,
Always.
because I feel like that is just a staple on any production,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Expect the
Hmm.
unexpected,
Hmm.
challenges, surprises, anything can happen, but the way to persevere through all of that is to be flexible and quickly pivot. And one thing that you have always said many times is regardless, whatever the problem is, we're here to find a solution.
Yeah.
There has to be a solution. We're not
Yeah.
here to
There are no
complain. And yeah,
problems. There are no
that's
problems,
it.
only solutions,
Only
right?
solutions.
So
Yeah.
when I got a text, I'm running late from the DP, and then I'm running late from the drone operator. It's just like, what you gonna say? You gonna be like, no?
Mhm.
You're gonna be like, dude, just arrive safely.
Safely. Yep. Yeah,
We're
just
here.
arrive
Everything's
safely.
gonna get done,
Yeah.
Um, and that way you stay flexible, and people don't hate you and you don't hate yourself. Be around working with no like crabby person. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think another takeaway would be reflect on what worked well
Mm,
and what you'll take into future one day shoots.
yeah.
Because I think you and I talked about this, not allowing Nick
At some
so
point,
much
it's like, at
time.
some point, we got to do this and be like, bruh,
Right.
we got to
Like,
wrap up.
Nick,
We're done.
you got 2 hours. We getting in, we getting out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and what worked, what didn't. Yeah, those things. And I know we do our own debriefing and stuff like
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
after, but also while you're in principle,
Hmm.
always thinking about post.
Oh, you see my face? Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because when you yell, all right, that's a wrap, that ain't really the end of it. It's the beginning.
Beginning.
Beginning
It
of
really
it.
is the
Hmm.
beginning. Yeah. And always leave room for creativity because even if when you have everything planned out, you still have to leave room for the creatives.
Hmm.
If it, once a create when a creative is inspired,
Yeah.
which is what Nick is, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know we're talking
Yeah,
about
we
Nick a
just
lot because
clowning them right now. Yeah.
I know, but it's because that spark is there. He sees something and he's like, I've got to get this on camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, we just like, thank God for getting it on camera.
Right on. Right on.
So yeah, just leave room for creativity, even when it's a strict production day, your timeline is really tight. Still have just a little bit of room.
I mean, I agree with you because this whole thing that we're doing is all about collaboration,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and that's where the creativity is comes from, you
Right.
know?
Right.
Allowing you the freedom to stand in front of the mirror and do whatever it is that you need to do, right? You knew
Hmm. Hmm.
I would yell out, "This is what we want. This is what we're looking for." And then you would interpret it the way that you felt that that character would, which would be
Right.
food shopping at Vera Doyle, right?
Right. Right.
Letting Marcy, you know, flex her muscles in this 30-second
Yes.
space, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and leaving room for the DP to do his DPing, you know.
Yep.
So
Yep. Oh, okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on set today. Our next episode, we'll be taking you to WareNet post
post
production.
production and distribution.
This is where we polish everything and get it ready for release. So hang with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment or two.
Yes, because we'd love to connect with you about the making of your project. So share it with us in the comments. Until next time, everyone, be great.
Bye.